Hello, and welcome back to I get attached to characters with the least amount of screen time, and I'm okay with that. Today's subject is Hotaru Tomoe, aka Sailor Saturn. If you are bothered by the sound of my fan going 1,000 miles per hour in the background, I truly apologize, but I cannot turn it off, or else I will suffocate in my own apartment due to that one wildfire. Yes. Anyways, Sailor Saturn is the Soldier of Silence, and she is my favorite sailor out of all of them. Her powers are associated with like death, destruction, and rebirth. She can wipe out a whole ass planet by just dropping her silence glaive, which is the little scythe thing. My girl is overpowered as fuck. Her story was that after a tragic freak accident in which she lost her mom, her father turned her, Hotaru, into a cyborg to save her life, and at this point she was possessed by this alien named Mistress 9, and that caused Hotaru's health to just be all jacked up and messed up. She'd have seizures, she'd faint, and just have like chronic pain all the time. And the only thing that would help is the Tyrone crystal. Later on, she does meet Sailor Moon's future daughter, Chibiusa, and they become really fast friends. It's a very cute friendship. So it's around this moment that the outer sailors, Neptune, Uranus, and Pluto, figure out that she has the soul of Saturn sleeping within her body. So they're like, we gotta unalive this girl before Sailor Saturn wakes up, or else we will have a whole other set of problems. These diamond monsters of the day are nothing compared to the Earth's impending doom. So eventually, the alien that has possessed Hotaru, Mistress 9, completely takes over her body and is wreaking havoc all over the place. But Hotaru's consciousness is still within her, and she fights her off, and in doing so, she awakens Sailor Saturn. So Saturn then reveals that the only way to save the Earth is to send this evil alien thing back to its own nebula and dispose of it there, but that also means that she would die with it. And after the combined efforts of Sailor Moon and the Silver Crystal, Hotaru is reborn as a baby who now has the symbol of Saturn on her forehead, meaning that Saturn has been reborn. She is then taken in by the outer sailors, who then begin to raise her as their own, because her asshole dad has perished. In the anime, it was revealed that he was just possessed by like an evil spirit alien thing. So in the end, he does take Hotaru back when she's a baby. But then Pluto comes out of nowhere and is like, yo, we have another threat to the galaxy, so I'm gonna need your baby real quick. And then we never see him again. So she like straight up stole a baby. Hotaru quickly ages up from baby to toddler age, and she's like super happy being raised by like rich lesbians until eventually the spirit of Saturn awakens within her because the world is in danger yet again. She then ages up to like 12 years old and starts kicking ass. Now, in the original anime, Hotaru gets the least amount of screen time out of all the sailors. Like, she wasn't in any of the movies, and she never got a transformation. she got like a half transformation for one of the video games, but like that's it. It wasn't until the reboot when she was given one finally. I just think that's like super disrespectful. Oh lord. These white ruffles on her dress actually broke me. I'll never be the same. As Cher from Clueless would say, paraphrased, she's a total Monet. It's okay looking from far away, but a total mess up close. I still need to practice my ruffles. Like for now, I think they convey what I was trying to do, like they're serviceable. But like halfway through, I noticed that I had the wrong like line weight on my brush. So half of the ruffles lines look so bold and then the other half look kind of like lighter. And I just didn't feel like going back in and redrawing them. God, look at that. Oh, disgusting. I just wanted some movement on the dress, okay? I didn't want to make it look too stiff. Now, about 4 years ago or so, I drew this kind of steampunk Sailor Saturn type of thing. And I actually remember drawing this on my tablet outside during summer, and there was also a forest fire then. And like the sky was also orange. And if you don't know, we have orange skies here in the West Coast. And it's not the first time, as I mentioned. This is not our first rodeo. This is a redraw of that old drawing, and I did want to change it up a bit to kind of challenge myself, sort of. During the design process, I remembered Hotaru's cybernetic parts and decided to make her into like a steampunk cyborg of sorts. I kept the palette pretty much the same, except with more like bronzy gold colors, and I really liked the scythe goggles and most of the dress design, so I kept that similar from my old drawing. On her chest, I drew an open cavity where we can see gears and her Tyrone crystal, which I thought it would look nice. Like, let's say this is her when she's like just awakened as Sailor Saturn, but the Tyrone crystal is like powering her body because she's half cyborg made by her asshole dad. I only made one of her arms robotic with gears and such. I left the other intact to show that she was still human to a degree. Totally not because I didn't feel like drawing another metal arm. Are you kidding me? I'm not that lazy. I have some integrity. At first I was gonna make both her legs have gears and like moving parts, but I went a different direction. I kind of made the legs look like a purple type of metal. Like, are they super long boots? Are they mecha legs that can transform into rockets? Only God and science knows. We love a good mystery. Now, I don't know much about steampunk, which I think is way too obvious, so I'd like to formally apologize to the steampunk community for probably misrepresenting the lifestyle. This drawing kind of just got away from me. I just wanted her to look cool, okay? On another note, today, September 10th, is actually Sailor Mercury's birthday. And apparently, Hotaru's fate as a cyborg/android was actually meant for Sailor Mercury, but Naoko Takeuchi's editor or like publisher or someone, they didn't allow it at the time. Sailor Mercury was never my favorite. She's pretty low on my list of favorites, which I still haven't decided who my favorite, like what that list is like. I just know that Hotaru is at the top. But I keep thinking of that one scene where like Kunzite is threatening her or something. This is the dub, the English dub. And she's like,
"Go bleach your roots, creep!"
What a freaking icon. That's what comes to mind whenever I hear the name Mercury. It's just that scene. What a comeback. What a queen. Oh god. Does anyone remember SMA? It was this abridged Sailor Moon parody series that I was completely obsessed with when I first got into Sailor Moon. It really was a product of its time, and it had like many raunchy jokes, but I thought it was the funniest shit ever. They completely changed the girls' personalities. Like, Sailor Mars was a full-on Satanist. I believe Sailor Mercury was just kind of the Meg Griffin of the group. And, for the record, just because I'm making a Family Guy reference does not mean I like Family Guy. Please do not assume that. I hate Family Guy. But Amy was definitely the Meg. God. I wonder what the creators of SMA are doing now. It ran for so long. I don't remember how many episodes they made, but I think they also abridged the first movie. And it was so funny at the time. Man, it was also around that time that I got into the Sailor Moon Sacrifice series. It was this fan-made, like, 6th season of Sailor Moon, and it's about Sailor Moon's secret sister, who was her twin, but like with black hair. It was like a recolor of Sailor Moon. The editing was pretty good, I think, for that time. And for some reason, Sailor Moon and her twin needed to be separated, and I think like one of them had to die to like save the world or something. And I remember them releasing just the first episode after a while, and I was super excited because I heard that Sailor Saturn was gonna be there and have a bigger role. Unfortunately, they didn't really upload anything else after the first episode. I don't know, maybe the workload got too heavy, but I know they were looking for artists up until like 3 years ago, and I was so into that series. I really love like doppelganger stories. Yeah, this all happened a while ago when I first got into Sailor Moon, because my anime experience was slightly different. I didn't watch Sailor Moon when I was a kid, like a young kid. I didn't watch it like on 4Kids TV or something. I actually got into anime when I was like, I don't know, 13 or something. And then I watched Sailor Moon when I was around 14. So yeah. Like my first anime was Mermaid Melody, which if you check back on my videos, I've made like 4 Mermaid Melody videos already. It was a pretty good anime, I think, but it takes a lot of elements from Sailor Moon. I remember watching Sailor Moon and being like, hey, I've seen that same concept in Mermaid Melody. Like the whole Hotaru being reborn after like saving the earth thing. Mermaid Melody did that too. But of course, Sailor Moon did it first, but I watched Sailor Moon after Mermaid Melody, so I got it twisted in my own mind. But yeah, they did the whole rebirth thing with, I believe her name was Mikaru. How she was kind of like the host of the villain, Mikaru. Yeah. And like once he was defeated, I believe she was also defeated, and then she was reborn as a baby, like a healthy baby now, because like in her previous life she was a very sickly child, a lot like Hotaru. Also the main character of Mermaid Melody has the whole pigtails thing, but I mean that's kind of just a basic hairstyle, but still blonde pigtails, a lot like Sailor Moon. Anyways, here is the final product. I like how it came out. I wasn't sure what to do for the background, so I just did like a gradient thing. This is a nice little character design challenge I put up for myself. I guess I could call it character design. I'm not sure if I can still call this steampunk. Like, I went into it wanting to make something steampunk, and I did look at a lot of references, but I kind of just went rogue and kind of did my own thing. Yeah. I still like how it came out though. Yeah, I'm very satisfied with it. That nasty pandemic is still going around, so, you know, wear a mask, wash your hands, stay safe. And if you're like in the West, it's way too hot. Please don't start any fires. I'm dying here. The sky is orange. It's Armageddon.